Hey everyone, I wanted to take a break from making instrumentals and then make a video on how to edit or mix your vocals, because I know a lot of people that are subscribed watch my instrumentals or listen to them, and I watch you guys make covers on YouTube and I listen to your songs that you sing and you write, and I wanted to make this video to make a tutorial, or like a how-to, and this could just help you guys out on how you can mix your vocals or how you can edit them to make them sound a little bit better, because I've been hearing some stuff and I know that everybody wants to learn and everybody can make better quality sounding stuff, even if you have cheap microphones. These are principles that can be used with any software. So let's look at it. I've got somebody's vocals that I've helped make a song with, and we're just going to get into it and go through it. I'm going to try to go through everything, so this might be like a long video, but let's just go through it. I'm not going to obviously teach on every single thing that you can do, but I'm just going to go through it quick. So let's listen to him. Let's listen to his vocals with the music, and then let's talk about it. Just a little clip of the vocals.
Running around this town looking like a maniac, just trying to find someone like you. And I tell myself, this next girl that I find, I hope she's everything like you.
Okay, so there's nothing on his vocals. No editing, no anything. I've edited some of his other tracks of his vocals, but not this first one. So let's listen. And it sounded cool, but we want it to sound. There's always ways to make stuff sound better. The first thing over here is called noise gate. There's stuff like this on every software. What it does is, let's look at this red line. See all this blank stuff? I mean, it's just a straight line through the track, and then you see that he's singing right here,
running around,
and then it's blank right here. He's taking a breath. Okay, then he's singing soft, taking a breath. You get the point. So let's listen real close to where it's blank, all right here. Let's listen. I'm sorry. We gotta listen by ourselves. Here we go.
Unlike you.
I have it on. Let's listen.
Unlike you.
So you can hear stuff going on, like maybe you're a singer, or you're wiggling around in your chair, you're moving around, maybe you bumped into the microphone, no telling what happened. You're breathing. In this case, you can hear the headphones bleeding into the microphone.
Like you.
And he breathed a little bit. What the noise gate does, you turn it on, you apply it at the right amount. In this situation, it's 36, 37, 35, and it takes it out. Let's listen.
To find someone like you. And I tell.
Okay, that's cool. That's one thing we can do. You don't always have to do it. It's not a big deal. Compressor. You see how all the waves on this track are scattered? Like this is thick, this is here and there. Thick, 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 real thick, small. These are soft. So he's singing soft right here. Let's listen to the soft.
She's everything like you.
So he said that real soft, obviously, because you might have a rock singer or a rapper rap really loud and then rap really soft, or just say something or whisper something. What the compressor does is it makes all of these soft parts like this, these soft parts, match up with your major parts like this. So it makes everything even. So I've just put it on basic. Every software has presets. So you got rap, rock, gentle, basic, piano, for everything. I put basic on, and now let's listen to a soft part compared to a loud part.
Running around this town looking like a maniac, just trying to find someone like you.
To find someone like you was the soft part, and it brought it up a little bit.
Yeah, just trying to find someone like you.
Alright, that's cool. What's the next thing I can do? Well, first you have to listen, and you have to find out what's going on. And what's going on here is is like your bass. Always in every song I do this. It doesn't matter what the problem is. The bass is the problem. Everyone's problem is there's too much bass on your vocals. So you go to some kind of bass reduction. If you don't have a bass reduction, you go down to a low pass filter. Okay? And that's what it's going to look like that. You're going to want to roll it back. But let's look at what the bass reduction does. He's just going to take off like unwanted bass notes, really low. Girls need to do this as well as guys. Where did he go? Here it is. So I'm going to see. Let's listen to it. So he's pretty much not applied right now.
Running around this town looking like a maniac, just trying to find someone like you.
Now I'm going to turn it up to right here. It's going to be like, let me see. I'm going to tell you when it's going to work.
Running around this town looking like a maniac.
When you hear it looking like, you can hear that, like if you put your, it's like down there where your chest meets your neck, all that low bass coming out of your voice. He's saying looking like, and it's coming out low. Listen.
Running around this town looking like a maniac, just
and maniac, all that low bass. We don't need that. So I'm gonna roll it up to 72. Let's listen now.
Running around this town looking like a maniac.
It's still there, but we're gonna keep it.
Running around this town looking like.
We're gonna keep it there at whatever I have it at, because we're gonna go and mess around with it in the EQ later on. Now here's the next thing I'm gonna do.
Running around this town looking like a maniac, just trying to find someone like you. And I tell myself, this next girl that I find, I hope she's everything like you. She's a
okay.
Running around.
Okay, sometimes when you guys record, there's a big T, you know, and sh, and T. So what you would want to do is get like a treble reduction for that. Or too much high. This is what I mean by too much high. You'll go like this.
Running around this town looking like a maniac, just trying to find someone like you.
And you're like, well, I've got to get my vocals to crack through the mix and be on top. No, this sounds horrible. Listen to it.
Running around this town looking like a maniac, just trying.
Some people think that sounds good, but you want him to sound like he's in your room. You want him to sound like he's actually singing to you, or you're actually singing in real life. That's not how people sound. Listen, people don't sound like this.
Running around this town looking like a
Nobody can make those sounds in real life.
Running around this town looking like.
He's still making it. You want him to sound natural.
Running around this town looking like a maniac, just trying to find someone like you. Running around this town looking like.
So if anybody's making that high pitched, or that if that one note is cracking through like the town.
Running around this town look.
It's the this. If you hear him say this.
Running around this town.
This and town go together. What we'll want to do is go to treble reduction, like I said, and that'll get rid of it. Listen.
Running around this town looking like a...
But I don't want that much.
Running around this town looking like a maniac, just trying...
There we go.
Running around this town looking like...
That's what you would do too. Now, here we go. This is the last thing I'd want to do for this. For basic editing is an EQ to make him pop out and then take some of that low bass out. You can always add special effects like reverb and stuff like that. You can add that last, whatever you want to do.
Running around this town looking like a maniac, just trying to find someone like
you. You never need bass in a vocal unless you know it's a cappella group. Bass belongs to the bass guitar and the kick drum, not your singer.
Running around this town looking like a maniac.
You see that? We don't need that. That's the low section. We don't need that.
Running around this town looking like a maniac, just trying to find someone like you.
You hear how much better it sounds. I don't know what I'm saying, but do you hear how it sounds different?
Running around this town looking like a maniac.
I'll give him some of it just for depth in his voice.
Running around this town looking like a maniac, just trying to find someone like you. And I tell myself, this next girl that I find, I hope she's everything like you. She's a pretty... Running around this town looking like a maniac, just trying to find someone like you.
Just play with it until you hear it.
And I tell myself, this next girl that I find, I hope she's everything like you. She's a pretty... Running around this town looking like a maniac, just trying to find someone like you. And I tell myself...
That's good for right now.
Running around this town looking like a maniac, just trying to find someone like you. And I tell myself, this next girl that I find, I hope she's everything like you. She's a pretty... Running around this town looking like a maniac.
Just what I'm doing when I push up the levels is I'm identifying a sound that I don't like, and then I remove it.
Running around this town looking like a maniac, just trying to find someone like you.
There we go. This is fine for like a quick mix, what I just did.
Running around this town looking like a maniac, just trying to find someone like you.
I still hear bass in there that I don't like and high ends that I don't like, but it's good for the quick mix. Now I'm going to run through background vocals. Some people don't do background vocals, they do one track. So let's look at background vocals. You're like, this really makes it cool to listen to when you have background vocals. We'll go through each and every one of them. These have been, the background vocals have been like, I've messed around with them real quick. So what we have here is our basic.
Princess, she's a lover, she's a dreamer, she's a fighter.
That's the basic one that we just messed with. And now we have this one. But what's cool about this one is he's panned over to the side. See right here? He's panned over to the right ear. So let's listen.
Princess, she's a lover, she's a dreamer, she's a fighter. This girl, she's everything I need.
I'm not going to go through everything I've done. I've added echo and reverb, or delay and reverb, bass reduction, of course, compressor, and EQ. That's it. This one's panned to the left.
Princess, she's a lover, she's a dreamer, she's a...
But the thing about this one that's panned to the left is, let's listen by itself.
Princess, she's a lover, she's a dreamer, she's a fighter.
Now what's weird about that is I put this, it's called a vocal transformer. So sometimes if you can't sing your own harmonies, this thing will do it for you. Or you'll have some kind of software that will, you'll just make him, And you would not be able to tell that in the mix. It's just kind of like a background singer singing a harmony for you. Now let's listen to them all three together.
Princess, she's a lover, she's a dreamer.
You might be like, oh, that's off. But when I turn all the music on, you'll hear it. Now here's another one, pan to the right. Notice that I don't keep them all centered. Pan them all around the ears. It's like ear candy.
Princess, she's a lover, she's a dreamer, she's a fighter. This girl, she's everything I need. She's a cool...
There we go. This one's coming to the left.
Princess, she's a lover, she's a dreamer, she's a fighter. This girl, she's everything I need. She's a cool breeze.
You know what? I think that was the exact same one. I just copied it and I pasted it. And then I put on like a little chorus. I put a chorus on there or something, I don't know. But because I wanted it to have a little more pop sound to it. Here is... Now this one is on the center. This is on the center.
Princess, she's a lover, she's a dreamer, she's a fighter. This girl, she's everything I need. She's a cool breeze.
We all know that, we don't all know, but that has auto-tune. And that gives you your, with the one having the chorus on the left and the one being raw on the right, we brought auto-tune into the middle to make it sound like, who cares? It gives it like a Radio Disney pop effect. You'll know what I'm talking about when you hear this whole thing. So let's hear, and that gives you a big chorus when you have a lot, or a hook. It gives you a big hook when you have a lot of vocal files. And we could have done more, but he didn't have a lot of time to spend. Let's listen to the verse, which is just one straight thing, and then the hook is about nine layers.
Running around this town looking like a maniac, just trying to find someone like you. And I tell myself, this next girl that I find, I hope she's everything like you. She's a princess, she's a lover.
Sorry.
She's a dreamer, she's a fighter. This girl, she's everything I need. She's a cool breeze in the summer. She's a bright star in the night sky. This girl, she's everything I need. Everything, everything, everything I need. Everything I need. Searching, searching.
So another thing that I learned is like, you absolutely need, for a big hook like that, we wanted the hook to be like gigantic. And the way we got that was, look at this. I've got like 7 acoustic guitars. I've got 4 or 5 electric guitars, a bass, and I've got like 10 drums playing in there. Like several kicks, several snares. I've got big toms in there, several hi-hats. And then when we come back to the verse, it plays this. It plays real soft.
Running around this town looking like a maniac, just trying.
So we wanted it soft on the verse and then really big on the hook. So if there's big music on the hook, remember that. Big music on the hook, you need big vocals. That's why it took him about 9 takes.
Princess, she's a lover, she's a dreamer, she's a fighter.
Now I'm going to show you, if we didn't have all these backings, what it would sound like. It'd be like, oh man, this is boring. So
next girl that I find, I hope she's everything like you. She's a princess, she's a lover, she's a dreamer, she's a fighter. This girl, she's everything I need. She's a cool breeze in the summer.
See, that's, I wouldn't want to, I don't like that at all. But I hear that on some of your tracks. You just have one take the whole time. I'm like, come on, you're going to let the music producer produce all that music, and then you're going to do one take? You think that you're, oh. Alright, well that's all that I'm going to say, but remember, you know, remove the bass out of your vocals and, you know, just keep on listening to it. Make sure that it sounds good. And thanks for listening to this tutorial, watching this video, and everybody have a good day.